No, we're at EFG, you absolute plonker. Give me them drugs back. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm Sim UK, and today I'm going to go back and do a bit of Air Hauler 2. I was supposed to have Jimmy come join me today, but unfortunately he's not available. So instead I'm going to try and get some money in the bank. Now, we've both been super busy, so we haven't been able to fly for at least a week, probably a bit longer than that. But the company's just about okay. So we'd like, if possible, to take stuff from AYTI. That's where we are. And we have a few jobs. Let's see what pays well. So this is 5,000. Bearing in mind there's only me, so I can't take too big a job. So I can carry 464 units. That's quite a bit actually. So obviously I've got to take my weight into consideration. So that's about, I can probably carry about 200 units to be safe. So let's go see if we can find a job around about 200 units. Right, so can I get 2 loads of narcotics in? That would be 10 grand. That would be amazing. AYTI to AYEI. Now I've not been there before, but that could be a great little job. That's going in the opposite direction. Oh, perfect. So this is going to KGW, and this one is going to AYEI, so that's perfect. We'll transfer that to VA, and this one just going a little bit further to KGW. So it's a double drop off today. That'd be cool. I like that. If we now go to the virtual airline and look at our cargo jobs, you can see that we've got AYTI W. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. 5,000 for each, 200 on weight, so that is ideal for us. So we've got 236 pounds of fuel, plus that is 400, plus our weight is should be about okay. BFR, I'm going to say 10,000 feet. And this is date and time UTC. May have to change that in the sim. Okay, there you go. We are... CG is out of limit. Alright, let's move it back a bit. We'll change this to 150. Change that to 120. Come too far the other way. 110. 60. Really? 180. There we go. We're in balance now. That's good. Center of gravity is sorted out. 47% fuel. That's 12.68 gallons in each. And we should be good to go. Live weather. 10 o'clock UTC. Let's start out in the morning. I start out super early. There we go. So it's pretty dark. We have some lights here. Landing lights. Strobe on. Not much else we need to worry about. Don't forget to do this. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to your air hauler flight. Start up and taxi.
Alright. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Taxi and take off.
A bit of right rudder. Oh my god, look at this. Taking off already. Wasn't quite how I planned that. But we're airborne. I feel so heavy.
En route, fly this sector and land at your destination.
Okay, flaps up. And we are good to go. Really should have brought this up first.
Center Sierra Victor Golf Romeo is tied 1 mile east of Alpha Yankee Tango India. Request flight following.
I think we're going to clear this mountain. I don't think it's going to be a problem. A nice little valley for us to follow here. The weather's pretty gnarly, but I suppose if we stay just above the mountains here, we should be fine. It's all pretty easy in this aircraft. So yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to get to the point where I can buy a Cessna Caravan, start doing obviously bigger hauls, more complex aircraft, more demanding flights, longer flights. But you're looking at £1 million for that. So I think the only way we can do it realistically is to try and find jobs like this that pay 10 grand for what is pretty much a single flight, and then I can enjoy going to the bank and begging for money. I think that's the only way we're going to be able to do it. The commodities thing might work, I'm not sure. If I can figure out a little route that makes a couple of thousand, then that would be great. If I could double my money, that would be superb. There's loads of cool little villages and stuff. Yeah, back to DCS World. I mean, I'm spoiled, as we all are in Microsoft Flight Simulator these days. The ground just looks so real. And in DCS, it's kind of like a polar opposite, if you will. In DCS, the flight model and the aircraft detail is absolutely on the money. It's about as real as you could possibly get. But then when you look outside, I'm going to stay away from that cloud. I don't want to get bloody hell. Look at that. Oof. This is not good weather. Yeah, when you look at the ground in DCS World, it looks so basic. And I know they've just recently updated the clouds. What I'd love to see, because obviously Asobo have built this product that maps out the Earth in this way, I would love to see them provide companies like DCS World the opportunity to create a map of an area that looks as good as this. That would be incredible. If DCS World could have this level of detail on the ground as well as in the aircraft, I would be blown away. I mean, equally if DCS World aircraft could be ported over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, that would also work. Although if it was done that way, the Microsoft Flight Simulator would have to improve in a lot of areas. There are 839 living languages spoken in the country. In 2006, Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister, Sir Michael Somare, stated that Papua New Guinea has 832 living languages, not dialects. However, in parts of Western, Gulf, Central Oro Province and Milne Bay provinces, the use of Tok Pisin has a shorter history and is less universal, especially among older people. This is part of the fun for me in Papua New Guinea, is trying to figure out where it is. Right, according to this, it is like there. We'll just keep going around it until I see it. Check our airspeed's okay, looks good. Descending pretty fast. Unfortunately, we're quite high. That gives me a good opportunity to figure out where it is. I mean, that over there to me really looks like where it is, but the map is confusing me somewhat. Hard left. That does look like it over there, doesn't it? I'm going to go that way and assume that that's where it is. Let's get some flaps down. Okay, 3-notch of flaps. I think it's going to be difficult. That's if that is the correct airport at all. I mean, if I turn and face it, yeah, I'm looking directly at it, but according to the VFR map, I'm not on it. According to the VFR map, it's off to my left still, in these clouds. Somewhere in amongst this river, but I don't even see the river. It's not too bad now that we're in the clouds. I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse. So it's somewhere down there. We'll try and do a big loop, I think. Still can't see it really. I mean, worst case scenario, we could always go to KGP first and then come back to this. Definitely need some more speed here. Holy spectacles. External cam. Is that it below me? That's it there. Oh wow, okay.
Landed. Taxi and park. Landing was a greaser.
Says the landing was a greaser. It didn't feel like it. I almost called a go around there. External cam. Flaps up. I think we're just going to turn around here and we'll probably we'll offload ASAP and then just get on to the next location. Oh, I need to turn the engine off, right? Right, one concern I have is whether or not I'm offloading the correct narcotics at the correct location. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Anyway, right, strobe off. Magneto's off.
Alt tab back to air hauler to offload /load cargo and fuel. You can now return to the MFS main menu.
Okay, so you can see that it does say narcotics AYEI, so I know which one is which. So we'll unload that. The handling agent has accepted your cargo. VA job completed. Okay, so I think I can just carry on. I've not done this before, so it's a bit of an experiment, but I think I can just carry straight on. If I can, that would be excellent. So, if I click continue, just try and make sure that I'm facing the right way. I want to be flying off into some trees, if I can help it. It's going to be a bit scary because there's some cloud cover here I'm going to have to fly through before I can get on to where I'm going. So as my... Yeah, see, I've got this horrible feeling it's not going to show me where KGW is now. So we're just going to be hand flying and not being monitored by Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's definitely an area that Microsoft Flight Simulator lacks in. Definitely needs some work in that regard. Lovely takeoff weather. Right, speaking of takeoff, full flaps. And handbrake off. Away
Taxi
we go.
and take off.
Bit of right rub there. Lifting. Takeoff cams. Takeoff cam. Flaps up.
PNG. Fly this sector and land at your destination.
Beautiful area, but bloody dangerous at the same time. Look at that river down there. Now, if the thermals in Microsoft Flight Simulator are actually simulated better, then flying this close to the mountain should be giving me that updraft that I'm desperately seeking right now. Speaking of which, there is a wonderful, and I do mean wonderful, looking glider mod which I'm going to be trying out hopefully this week, maybe even today. Might do it after this flight actually. And that unfortunately does require third-party software to give you the thermals that you need to properly fly. They do say in their blurb that you can just take off to a certain altitude and then disappear. HEO looks pretty nice as well. Look at that. Now that's a really nice landing strip. That one kind of really stands out, but a bit tricky to get to. Certainly wouldn't want to take off heading in this direction and coming in around the area there could be quite perilous if the weather conditions are not in your favour. Right, so EFG is kind of over here this way somewhat. I'm a little bit nervous about this first attempt. It's uphill as well. Taking off should be pretty straightforward, but yeah, a little bit anxious about this. I suppose we're heading uphill once we land, so there's a very good chance that the uphill aspect of it will help us slow down. It is EFG we're going to, isn't it? I hope it is, because we're landing now, baby. There's not much of a go-around opportunity here, is there? Trying to head for the dirt bit, not so much the grass bit. Landing cam. Landing cam. Beautiful.
Landed. Taxi and park. Landing was smooth.
That felt like a better landing than the last one to me. I love landing these stall aircraft just on the brink of a stall. To me, that's perfect. Bring it right up to the house. So this is where Microsoft just absolutely dominates their competitors. I'm not just landing at a grass strip. There's a proper building there. And not just a proper building, but a proper building most likely in the proper building position. So if I really were if I really were a Papua New Guinea pilot, I'd probably look at that and go, yeah, that's exactly right, that's where it is. Straighten up. Thank you so much. So we're going to unload here. narcotics, unload. And they've accepted the cargo. But it doesn't say mission complete. We are at KGW, right? No, we're at EFG, you absolute plonker. Give me them drugs back. I can't believe this. We need KGW. So the one I was looking at on the way in is the one we get. Right, okay. Nobody say a word. Nobody say a word. Mistakes happen. Jimmy's going to love this when he sees it. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to tell him about it. I'm not going to tell Jimmy I did this, right? I'm just going to see if he accidentally watches it. Because if he watches it, he's going to pull me up. Oh, he's going to give me such a hard time. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the cuppa.
Taxi and take off.
I can't believe I did that. Take off cams. Take off cam. Okay, I'm not really going to need to do anything with these flaps. I'm just going to gain altitude.
Fly this sector and land at your destination.
Yeah. So, as I was coming into land, I almost said, wouldn't it be funny if we had to go
Tide 1 mile.
from EFG to KGW or somewhere like that?
Flight following.
Such a short route. I mean, to fly it takes minutes. To walk it through this jungle will probably take you hours. It's right there, look.
Walk 2263. Victor Golf Romeo.
Victor Golf Romeo radar contact 1 mile north of Echo Foxtrot Golf 4,400 feet.
That's hilarious. This is a fantastic little bundle of airports, though. I'm definitely going to let Jimmy know about it. I think he'd like flying here. This is
Victor Golf Romeo 1 mile
these are
southwest
nice.
4,600 feet inbound to land runway 7.
A little bit high. Drop the power. Drop the altitude. Again, we're on a runway that's going up. Oh. Really bad angle to come in at. Landing cam. Again, right on the edge of the stall.
Taxi and park.
What? That was only
Landing was
okay.
okay.
I'm not convinced these landing results are accurate anymore. I mean, that wasn't as good as the last one, so it was definitely better than the first one. Oof. Spinning around. Almost uncontrollably then. Come on, I've only got the left wheel brake on. There we go. Oh my gosh, I cannot straighten this up. Just let the hill do it. That's much easier. Alright, back in the cockpit. Power off.
Alt tab back to air hauler to offload /load cargo and fuel. You can now return to the MFS main menu.
So, desktop cam, I'll unload. They've accepted my cargo, VA job complete. There we go, that's more like it. Finish flight monitoring and check the results. We used about 50 gallons of fuel there. Quite a bit. Didn't stall, didn't overspeed. Greaser. Landing gear down, true. Landing surface was on grass. What is it? 663 pounds. So max weight limit we can take is about 250. We could probably squeeze 300 onto an aircraft. but I would need Jimmy to come join me. So maybe I'll say to Jimmy, see if you can find a job that drops you off anywhere near KGW, and then we can take it on. That could be our next flight. But I think to fly there, back, kind of defeats the object of making money. But if Jimmy happens to be in the area, he can come pick it up. And yeah, that'd be awesome. But I've been around for a long time, but never actually sort of invested much proper time into, and I'm trying to address that at the moment. So please do leave me a comment, I'd appreciate it hugely. And until next time, take care. Goodbye for now.